What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sports Degenerate Podcast. Today we got another Starts of the Week episode for Week 12. For the people that are new, I give you guys one player at each position that I think will outperform their rankings on Fantasy Pros and help you win, and none of these players are must-start players. A quick recap of last week. We had a great week for Starts of the Week. We went 3 for 4. The only one we didn't hit was Pat Fryermuth at tight end, but honestly, if the only one we don't hit is tight end, I'm not worried about it because we all know tight end is a terrible position in fantasy anyways. But I give you guys Drake May as the start of the week for quarterbacks. He had 21 points. I give you guys David Montgomery. He had 24 points. And I give you guys Quentin Johnston. He had a little under 13 points. So good 3 for 3 on those positions. So that's good. Let's try to have another 3 for 4 week. But let's try to go 4 for 4 this week. So let's hop into it. So let's start with quarterback. For this position, I picked a player ranked outside the top 12 on Fantasy Pros. Week 12, quarterback start of the week, Jordan Love. So he's been off and on the whole year. That's kind of how Jordan Love has been his whole career. He has spike weeks, then he has okay games. But the reason I like him is because he has been really good at home this year. And he's at home against the 49ers this week. Jordan Love has averaged over 25 points per game at home this season. And I think this is a revenge spot for Jordan Love and the Packers because they lost to the 49ers last year in the playoffs. I think they come out angry and come out and try to make a statement. And another thing, Nick Bosa, the best defensive lineman and the best player on the 49ers to bring pressure, is not playing, which makes it a lot easier for Jordan Love to have a clean pocket and make some throws. So I think Jordan Love has a great week in week 12. Let's move on to running back. So for running back, I also picked a player ranked outside the top 12 on Fantasy Pros. Week 12, running back start of the week, Kareem Hunt. I'm honestly surprised he's ranked so low this week. He's ranked top 20. I think he's 19 on Fantasy Pros, and I don't understand why. Isaiah Pacheco is still out. He's still the number one running back, and the Chiefs are playing the Panthers. The Panthers are the worst run defense in the league. They allow over 160 rushing yards per game. And Kareem Hunt has gotten 14 or more carries in every single game he has started this year. And he has 5 touchdowns in his 7 games. So it's a good bet that he gets a ton of work, has decent yardage, and gets a touchdown in this game. I like him this week. I think he might be a top 10 running back. Let's move on to wide receiver. So for the wide receiver position, we go a little bit deeper. I pick a player ranked outside the top 24 on Fantasy Pros. So we're getting pretty deep into players. But like I said, last week we picked Quentin Johnston. He had almost 13 points. That is a great start. But for week 12, wide receiver start of the week, we're going to go Wan'Dale Robinson. So this one is a little gross. I know. Tommy DeVito is starting for the Giants, but I think I honestly like that more than Daniel Jones because Tommy DeVito is crazy. He does not care about making mistakes. He will force some throws in and make some crazy throws, which I think will help Wan'Dale Robinson. And this is a great matchup. The Bucks, since week 6, have allowed the fifth most points per game this season to wide receivers. Fifth most since week 6. And also since week 6, they have allowed the second most points per game to slot wide receivers. And Wan'Dale Robinson is literally the definition of a slot wide receiver. So it's a good matchup. I think DeVito throws 30 passes in this game. So I think Wan'Dale has a respectable game in week 12. And then let's end it off with tight end. Week 12, tight end start of the week. We're going to go Zach Ertz. So I'm also surprised he's ranked outside the top 12 because he has been a tight end 1 in over half of his games this season. He's averaging over 9 points per game this season, and he's getting over 5 targets per game. I really do think this is a statement game from the Commanders, a huge bounce back game. They had a tough loss against the Eagles last week, but this Cowboys team just isn't the same opponent. Their defense has looked better with Micah Parsons back, but I'm still not worried about it. Their secondary still has problems. And another reason I like this, I think Jaden Daniels has a good week this week because there's a whole bunch of rumors going around. People saying, oh, Bo Nix is going to win Rookie of the Year. Bo Nix is playing better. I think the Commanders let Jaden Daniels throw all over this Cowboys team to make a statement so that Jaden Daniels still shows he is a better quarterback than Bo Nix. So I think Zach Ertz benefits from that, and I think he has another good week in Week 12. So those are the starts of the week for Week 12. Like I said, let's try to go at least 3 for 4. But of course, let's go 4 for 4. Like always, if you have any fantasy questions, feel free to either DM me on social media, comment on the podcast, comment on YouTube. Also, stay tuned tomorrow, either tomorrow night or sometime in the morning before the games on Sunday. I always get it up before the games on Sunday. I will be posting a betting preview, a bet for every single game. And like always, follow me on TikTok because some days I can't get this podcast up. I can't get the videos up on YouTube, but I am also always posting on TikTok every single day. So go ahead and follow me there. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. I love all of you.